Whew, you stole my heart. Yes, that was Kim Jong-kook, everyone. 너무 예뻤어. Pretty. Or maybe you were pretty because this is past tense, actually.
And
너무
not
예뻤어.
anymore.
I don't know. What is he thinking? You're not pretty anymore, Hyunwoo.
I've never been pretty.
All right, that was Kim Jong-kook anyways, singing, requested by Melinda Yarmati. You can do the same, everyone. Send us your song requests, and we'll try to play them for you as soon as possible. You can also dedicate a song to someone. Maybe this weekend you're meeting someone you really like, and maybe that person is also listening to Catch the Wave. Why don't you send us a message, and we will try to satisfy maybe you both. On Facebook, we have Josh Atkins sending us a message saying, "Hello, Adrian. Looking forward to the show today. I'm from North Carolina in the U.S. Welcome to the show. I do agree with you on your statement talking about taking care of work first before you have fun. Taking care of big tasks first makes the easy stuff go by quicker and lets you get the fun stuff faster. Get to the fun stuff faster. So it's always nice. Let me ask you, Hyunwoo,
Yes.
when you have... I'll just use that metaphor of mine, the two plates. Let's say you have a plate with very delicious food.
Okay.
And then on the side, you have another plate with foods that you don't really like.
But I have to eat both.
You have to
dishes.
eat both. Which one do you start with?
Okay, I mean, it's a very strange situation where I have to eat or finish both dishes. But if I had to choose, I would probably go for the delicious dish first.
Really?
Yes.
And you keep like the bad stuff for the end? Then you're
Yeah,
going to
I
have
mean-
that strange taste in your mouth forever.
But the bad food, I don't know, like not so tasty food will probably ruin my appetite, I guess. And I'll be already full.
You know, that's what Josh said, actually. You know, if you eat the bad food or the yucky things first, yeah, you might lose your appetite and you might be full.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a big stomach, so I would probably start still with the things that I don't like and keep the best for the end because you don't have any reward. If you eat the good stuff first, then you're like, you're getting to that last spoon of good stuff, and then you're looking at the bad plate, and you're like, oh my God, I have to eat this whole thing now?
Yeah.
That's hard.
The best thing is to never be in that kind of situation.
To never be. But sometimes, you know, this was an image to talk about work, and sometimes you need to work first before you have fun or before
Yeah.
you go out. You need to finish maybe your project, your homework, whatever it is, maybe your Korean studies even.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's easier that way. I mean, when there is work to be done and also some fun things to be done, work waits for you, but fun doesn't wait for you. Fun things happen without you, with or without you, and work has to be done, and someone's waiting on the phone.
That's right.
Do it, right?
So yeah, you have to handle and take care of those things first,
Yeah.
and make sure that that work pile of yours doesn't grow too much.
Not too much.
Because if you have to do everything last minute or everything all in one day, it might be stressful and quite horrendous.
Yes. And we actually have an Korean expression that is somewhat related to what we just talked about, right?
We do actually have an expression. That's why I was also talking about this. The
Okay.
expression here, I have it in my hands. I'll show it to our viewers here watching us on camera. Yeah, you see it right here. We have, once
and I'll
again,
read it for you.
Yeah.
It's 손 놓고 있다.
손 놓고 있다. 손 means hand.
Hand or hands, and 놓고 있다 means that your hands are actually
You're
not
dropping
holding
your hands.
Yeah, you're not holding on to something. Your hands are off an object or
Yeah.
something, some task. So 손 놓고 있다 means your hands are not on something. And when you have work to do and things to be done, but you are not motivated to work, you do this. 손 놓고 있어요.
손 놓고 있어. I don't want to do it. I don't want to put my my head into this or my work. I don't want to finish my homework right now. 손 놓고 있어.
Yeah, 손 놓고 있어요.
Basically meaning what? I'm playing, I'm having fun, or I'm just what? Taking a
Yeah.
break?
The thing about this expression, 손 놓고 있다, is that you are not even having fun. You are not getting work done, but you're not happy either. You're just not doing anything about something. And it's 손 놓고 있어요. The problem is not being solved. The work is not being done.
No.
But your hands are somewhere else. Maybe you're just being idle, you know?
Yeah, maybe. I guess you're just looking at those two plates. You're not eating, you're not doing anything. You're just looking at the two plates. You don't
Yeah.
know where to start. You don't know how to start, maybe.
Yeah.
So, when do you usually use this expression?
Okay, when there's a small problem that just, people start having,
Uh-huh.
and then you wanted to solve it, you wanted to take care of it, but it was a little bit stressful for you.
Okay.
So there was this person that you needed to call, or this email that you had to write, but you just avoid it. You just don't do it and try to forget about it. And then 3 days later, the problem is now bigger. Because your hands were off it, you were not doing anything about it. 손 놓고 있었어요. So that's a good example. And what about yourself? Have you ever done this before?
Yeah, I refer to it as the snowball effect. The snowball gets bigger and bigger as you let it roll. So basically, if you don't stop it with your hands, then I
You
guess
might need a tank.
yeah, you might have some problems later on. So 손 놓고 있다.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try not to be like this. Of course, if there is something I can take care of right now, I don't procrastinate and I try to handle things as soon as possible. But sometimes you're overwhelmed and there are things that you really don't want to touch, or you don't
Yeah.
want to be involved in a certain project,
Yeah.
or you have someone who keeps sending you messages and talking about this, and sometimes you kind of avoid it. So, 손 놓고 있어요.
To take a more everyday example,
Yeah.
this could easily apply to my email management. I get a lot of emails every day, and then
How
you
many
know,
emails do you get every day?
from real people,
Yeah.
like not from newsletters and stuff. I get from real people.
Yeah, real
over,
people.
Uh,
Like hundreds, right?
50 to 100 emails a day.
That's
And
crazy.
Most of the emails I can just reply with one-liners, but there are some emails that I know for sure that will take some time to actually think about the matter and reply to, and those usually take, I don't know, many months to actually get
Yeah,
back
maybe
to.
you need to do some research.
Yes.
Maybe you don't even know the answer to some of the
So,
questions.
yeah, a lot of times I write back right away saying, oh, I'll get back to you when I can.
Mm-hmm.
But then I have
Forget.
other things, and, there are other energy consuming things that I have to do. And then my hands are off the topic. And then time pass.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's possible. And I mean, so you need to have some kind of system for you to remember what to answer, not to answer. That's why on email, on the inbox, sometimes you have a little color you can use, or like a little, to have some kind of importance.
Like starring.
Yeah, starring with different colors like
Like
yellow,
labels.
red, orange,
Yeah.
green, stuff like that. So I use some of those as well. But then sometimes if you have too many colors you get lost. Was this one important or was that one important?
Yeah. So I always try my best to not do 손 놓고 있다.
Yeah. The best thing, of course, is to answer as soon as possible. When you have also people sending you messages, especially here in Korea, they're, how 빨리빨리, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything goes really fast. So sometimes people send you an email and then 10 minutes later they call you and like, did you receive my email?
Yes.
Why didn't you answer my email? Well, I haven't opened my inbox yet.
Yeah,
Or-
and it turns out the email was sent like less than 30 minutes ago. And then
Yeah.
this person is anxious.
Okay, very anxious indeed. Sounds good. So once again, the expression here, 손 놓고 있다. 손 놓고 있다. 손 놓고 있다. The second expression for today's K-Talk with Hyunwoo. We're going to be back in the second hour, of course. And if you have any questions for Hyunwoo, any questions for me regarding Korean language, regarding Korean culture, send them in. Send us your messages on the message board and also on Facebook. And we will take some time later in the second hour to answer all your curiosities. Stay tuned. Let's play some music. This is MIB featuring T or Yoonmire. Hello, goodbye. See you soon.